Okay, so in the beginning of my career, I attempted the Delhi Judicial Services Thrice. All three occasions I cleared the preliminary exam. I was never able to clear the mains, but I do have a few tips for those who would be interested in how to study and be quite confident in clearing the Delhi Judicial Services, at least the prelims. I have no idea how to go about the mains. I failed miserably every single time. But coming to the prelims, all the law students and lawyers who want to prepare for the DJS, you have to understand that it is very, very different from all the other states. I have seen those other states as well, but they focus more on the actual, remembering the sections. They want to test your ability to remember stuff, rote learn stuff. Delhi is quite different in the sense that they will deliberately throw these little curveballs your way so that you might think that the answer is something, but the answer is something else entirely. The way I do it, if someone asks me practically, let's forget about all this faff about, oh, you have to do this, or you have you have to study hard. I think studying hard, smart, and that too in a very, very particular way is very, very important. So what I did was, I knew this author, Mr. Vinay Kumar Gupta. He's a judge in the Delhi Judiciary. He writes these amazing books for the preliminary exams. So there is Universal's VK Gupta. Now VK Gupta has all these preliminary questions and these MCQs, multiple choice questions, and I just did MC Gupta along of course with supplementary things, but VK Gupta was my main, the thing where I would kind of focus on. So what I did was, and there's also a way to kind of prepare for these MCQs as well. What you do is that you that's what I did, right? Write the appropriate answer right next to the option. So there's A, B, C, D. So you look back and you write, okay, so the correct answer for question number 1 is A. Or the way I used to do it, I would copy 15-20 of them. I'd be like, okay, so A, B, whatever, D, C, A. So I'll write down all of them, and then after that I would put my hand on that answer. I'd cover that answer up. I would see whether my answer is correct or not. And apart from my answer being correct or incorrect, I would also think about the reasoning. And if I was absolutely clear about the reasoning for my answer and my answer is correct, I would move on to the next question. But if my answer was not correct, I'll check, okay, I'll see what the correct answer is. But then I would also look up what is the reasoning behind that correct answer. And if the reasoning does not make sense, I'll look up the Bare Act, I'll look up the commentary. I will not leave that question up until I am 100% sure about exactly why that thing is what it is. And just by doing that, I believe my conceptual knowledge of all these subjects, and of course with a little bit of guidance by the great MCQs of the author, he was so helpful that, and of course, I don't know, there's always a little bit of luck at play. But because of doing these things, every time I attempted the Delhi Judicial Services, 3 times to be exact, I cleared them. And frankly, it's not that I spent a lot of time either. I was always practicing law. It is just that whenever a notification would come out, I would perhaps take out 1 or 2 or 2.5, 3 months, whenever the notification would come out, to start preparing. And of course, after I would clear the prelims, I would spend a couple of months in a futile effort of preparing for the mains. The mains, however, is a completely different story. Now, mains, I honestly have no idea how to crack them. From the people, and I know several of them who have cracked it, what I can say is that there is a certain policy that you do not need to rote learn citations. I think you do. If the people who have cracked the DJS, who say that they did rote learn the citations for several prominent landmark cases, then you should be doing that as well. Sections you have to rote learn for the mains, because that is the thing that is going to distinguish you. I frankly was never the rote learning kind of guy. Maybe that was my downfall. Maybe that's the reason why I never cleared the DJS. But frankly, don't even listen to anything that I have to say about the mains. But a lot of people ask me, and I think that, sure, my skill set is not complete. I'm not the right person to, talk about DJS mains or the interview for that matter. But this one little trick is perhaps something I'm hoping that you can take something away from this video that you're watching, and you can kind of focus on how to clear the DJS. Another thing that I feel that, the coaching institutes do, most of them will focus on preparing you for the mains, and I've seen this thing, the most popular ones in Delhi, they will spend months upon months focusing on how to prepare for your mains, and they leave you to your devices to prepare for the prelims. And because of that, so many people that I know who are otherwise talented, gave up on the opportunity of clearing the DJS prelims on the first or the second occasion, lost heart, and then got back into practice. Not that I'm much different, but for the few of you out there, for maybe like 100 of you out there who will watch this video, and maybe one of you will actually clear it, I'm hoping that you will, I'm just making that the thing a little, maybe 1% little more easier for you, in case you kind of choose to go through that trouble, that tribulation, that headache, that massive headache in preparing for the Delhi Judicial Services. In any case, good luck.